Hello, everyone's. I am here for Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 12, Episode 5. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. I apologize in advance. It seems like I'm trying to get sick again. It's finally here in Houston trying to act like it's with winter weather now, because is it winter yet? I don't know. It's trying to be cold now, but like we went from last week being like somewhat warm outside, and then now we jump to today, which is Monday, whatever the date is, Monday the 2nd, December 2nd, and it wants to be cold again. It's like 51 degrees outside, hence why like for the first time in months I actually have a long sleeve shirt on. Because I could get away with just having a t-shirt on and jacket. But y'all not here for that. But I do want to apologize if I sound congested. So Cynthia, she is having her annual Bailey Q. And the theme is wear red or get red. I was like, this is going to be interesting. Because it's sometimes somebody will forget the theme and you will get red. And you know all these ladies in the group, they love to read each other. The only problem is Portia and Kenya are new moms, and they haven't found the nanny that they need yet. So what I'm gonna do with my baby? Portia's mama, she got her own business to take care of. I don't know where Laura was at, but like she can't just like every time she want to do something just drop her baby on somebody else. She still needs to go over, background checks of people, because she don't want to end up in jail because PJ got a scratch on her. That's what she don't want. Kenya, she is a helicopter mom, therefore she not really trying to leave her baby alone with anybody. Y'all see how she reacted when her cousin was trying to take the baby out of the high chair. Like, no, you gotta take the tray off first, then unbuckle her, then pick her out. Like, she did all that. I'm like, that baby would have been fine. She would not have broken any bones. I can't tell you how many times I've taken a baby out of a high chair without removing the tray, and the baby was fine. Like, granted, I was scared to hold my nephew when he was first born because he was like 5 pounds. And I was scared he was going to break. But, like, after a week or two, I was just handling like it wasn't nothing. But anyways, Nene will not be invited because Nene and Cynthia, they're on this you lie, I lie, we lie together situation. You talked about me, I talked about you, but each one's like, I didn't talk about you thing, so Nene won't be there. Portia and Kenya go to like a baby exercise class, like when you carry your baby in that little baby and carrying device. I don't know what that thing is called, but like y'all exercising, you bonding with your baby as well as exercising. But Kenya shows up in a pair of heeled sandals. I'm like, man, we're in an exercise class. This is not the time or the space. You're supposed to have on shoes, like tennis shoes, some sneakers, something, so you could be exercising, not doing a move and your ankle twist because you got on some doggone heeled sandals and you go tumbling over with your baby. Like, no, ma'am. Portia, she excuses herself because PJ hungry. So Kenya goes back there, and Kenya is discussing how things are with Mark and how Mark wants Brooklyn to sleep in the bed with him when he is in town or when she goes to visit him in New York, meaning they will not be intimate. That is his way to make sure they're not going to be intimate. And the way he acts around her, it's like, it was so hard to watch. What was that, last week or the week before, when she was trying to make him breakfast and he was completely ignoring her. Like, if they if we hadn't seen Kenya, we would have known she was there. The way he was just ignoring her, it was sad. She was talking to him. He was so focused on Brooklyn. He was so focused on, if we're doing something, Brooklyn has to be involved. It's not, okay, we can, hire somebody who can watch Brooklyn so we can, go away together for my birthday. And if you don't want to have to leave the baby in the country, we can have somebody come out of the country with us. Hey, how about my cousin? We know my cousin. We know my cousin is responsible. My cousin's not going to hurt the baby. How about that? But he was like, no. So these are all the things she's going through with her marriage with Mark, and it's taking a toll on her. I was like, yeah, but y'all gonna have to, Kenya's not my favorite person, but it was like so cringeworthy to watch how she was just trying her best to like please this man, and he was just looking at her like, yeah, ma'am, I don't see it for you right now. But anyways, Candy has been sending Riley away on summer programs for like the last 2 years to get her ready to be on her own. She went to London one summer. She went somewhere else one summer. But now, since Riley wants to be a lawyer, Candy set it up to where she has an internship with her entertainment lawyer. So I was like, that's cool. She has her own little apartment. Not I shouldn't say little apartment. She has this nice high-rise apartment that she will be staying with. I was like, hold up, y'all got Riley standing by herself? But no, like a family friend would be there with Riley as like a chaperone babysitter. That is her job. You know, you're not going to be 15 years old, you know, just on your own. That's just not going to happen. But Riley, Candy admits that Riley is like one of the kids from Blackish. Like they have been so sheltered and spoiled. They don't really know how to exist out of being sheltered and spoiled. Because Riley's like, what's wrong with the ice maker? This don't have no ice. Like, she assumed that all refrigerators had ice makers. I was like, I remember a day when you had to go to the sink and fill up your ice tray and use all the concentration you had to go from the sink to the refrigerator. But first you had to make sure you open up the freezer door. So once you get over there using all your concentration, put it in the refrigerator, into the freezer, and then let it sit. And you gonna be mad when you go in there to get you some ice and they didn't use every piece but one. She was like, what? I don't like square cubes of ice. Like, she was going on and on about all the things she don't like. They telling her how she has to, like, clean her own bathroom. And she was like, what do you mean? They was like, yes, you're going to have to make sure your bathroom is clean. And Kayla chimed in. She's like, well, Kayla, your room is dirty. She's like, yeah, but my tub is clean. Yeah, I have to get in my tub to get the dirt of the world off of me. I'm not going to do that in a dirty tub. They telling her how you need to tip people because the people bring her clothes up there. She's like, am I going to get a tip allowance? And Kayla's like, I didn't get an allowance. When it was summertime, I had a job. Like, my daddy wouldn't give me money like that, because Todd and Candy, they own two different things. Todd is more of, you 15 years old, you don't need no high-rise apartment, and you definitely don't need a Porsche. Like, no, but Candy's like, if you're getting good grades and we have the money, why not? So this is kind of where they, like, differ on the situations. Like, we good. Like, if you got good grades, then by all means, I'm going to get you this expensive car that most grown-ups don't have. But okay. Congratulations to Riley on her future endeavors on wanting to be a lawyer. Now, Giovanna from Clark tells Nene how Cynthia says that their friendship was toxic and a burden. So apparently, Giovanna from Clark, her and Nene, they best good friends now. And Nene was having a luncheon, I guess, and I apologize to Marlo for the way I acted. And Marlo wants to know if she has receipts. She's like, yeah, I have receipts. But you know what? It's easy for people to say, yeah, I have receipts. And then you go get the receipts. Oh, they must have deleted off my phone accidentally. Because y'all know I hate to bring up Basketball Wives. A few years ago, when Tammy was like, well, Jen said A, B, C, and D. And Jen was like, I can prove right here. But, oh, my text messages stopped on this date. Like, ooh, the date after yours, you know, you had yours, so therefore I couldn't go back. But I was like, no ma'am, because I know there's some text messages I have in my phone that goes back to like 2014. Mainly it's because I don't be deleting my messages, not because I want to be messy in the long run. It's just I don't be deleting my messages. I just don't. I mean, one time I did had to prove what I said to my brother and what I said in the text messages. So that was a good thing I had that. But I didn't think it was going to come back to him saying something or nothing like that. Kenya, she decides, wait a minute. Nene says how the group doesn't know the real Cynthia. And, like, she don't want out the group to know that y'all going to figure her out eventually. I think, I guess so. Kenya decides to be shady and re-gift the doll that Eva gave her and give it to PJ. And she decides to do that in front of the whole group. She's like, Portia, I have a gift for you. And Portia's like, oh, this is a cute doll. She's like, yes, but she had a home before you. She's like, who she was living with? She put two and two together. It's like, oh, so this is the present that Eva gave you, and you giving it to me. So you being shady for one, and now you done brought my baby into the shadiness. But Ken talking about something. She felt that her energy was better at Portia's house and not her house, because she is on this thing that Eva said the energy was off. Now, I'm glad that, Bravo rolled that beautiful bean footage. Eva said she didn't know how the event was going to go. Now, Kenya's kind of proving Eva's defense. Is that what I'm doing? Yeah. Y'all know what I mean if I'm saying that wrong. She's kind of proving what Eva was saying, that like we don't know how these group events is gonna go on. And what does Kenya do? Show up to a group event to be shady. So Kenya didn't know how things was gonna go on. It was Cynthia who brought up, you don't know how the energy was. It wasn't Eva. Eva was just like, I don't know. You never know with these group events. And then Cynthia jumped in. Yeah, you just didn't know how the energy was. That's what it was. Now Kenya brings up how Eva was talking about Cynthia last year. So I was like, oh, so now you trying to get Cynthia mad at Eva all over again. But they have already squashed that. And even Cynthia's like, yeah, we got over that. She's like, why are you interrupting me? I'm trying to make my point. I'm like, first of all, she's like, you're interjecting me while I'm trying to make my point. She's like, Cynthia, you need to stop. She's like, no, Kenya, you need to stop. I was like, Kenya was doing all the way too much. But I do like Eva's head wrap. Yeah, I'll be looking at tutorials on YouTube, trying my best to get the right scarf and do the right kind of head wrap situation. And for the life of me, I could not get it done. I need somebody to tell me the exact fabric, where you got it from, and to do a step-by-step of what to do. Because me trying to do it on my own, it did not look right. But hers, I was like, Eva, you did that head wrap right there. So now Marlo decides to get on Eva, go in on Eva, talking about something, you living above your means and you a fraud. I'm like, first of all, that is the pot calling the kettle, because we do not know what you do for a living and how you make your ends meet. You probably getting a little check from Bravo as being a friend of the show, but what else do you do, Marlo? Do you have an actual factual business? Are W-2s being paid each year? This is what I want to know. Are you getting money from a job where you, not so much as clock in, clock out, but like clock in, clock out? Like, what do you do for your money while you over here just questioning Eva what she does with her money? Well, Eva's like, you know what? I'm pregnant. I'm not going to sit here in this negativity and get my blood pressure raised up. And me out here doggone rolling my neck and pointing my finger and reading Marlo while I'm trying to doggone to carry this baby in my stomach. I'm not finna do that. Now, after she didn't, left because she not finna stress her out over Marlo, then the group go in on Cynthia like, you were a pushover to your friends. First it was Dee Dee, now it's Kenya. Marlo, she tends to jump in and every now and then. It's like, you don't need to be doing that. I was like, yeah. Then they have like the Shady awards, who was the shadiest, who was the messiest, and who was, the thirstiest and all that. The episode, it wasn't all that, but I was looking at Kenya like, first of all, you in my house. You not going to tell me, don't be interjecting. I'll interject all I want to. And I think the word I was looking for, she was proving Eva's, proving her point. That's what I was trying to say. But my brain, it wouldn't let me think of that at that time. I hate when that happens. It always happens while I'm on camera. It never happens when the camera's not rolling. It's always when I'm on camera, like, words just be like, nope, you don't know that word at all. But that was a gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on. So when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my people. If you are already a family member, one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.